It is a Brosselhog design, Viking name, obviously. I do believe, again, it's Thor's hammer. So that's very fitting considering the paint job here. First thing you're going to notice, just without even really changing anything, is what does this Grasshopper have that the others don't?
By the way, you're right. It is Thor's hammer.
Yeah, that's what I thought so.
Yeah.
I had one thing right. Gauss rifle. You see it right here. That's going to be just like the Black Knight. You've got a hero mech coming in here that has a ballistic option, albeit this is a 70-ton mech, jump capable, and we're going to go ahead and take a quick look at what else it has.
Bishop Signer says, well, it's not his damn screwdriver. It is Thor's hammer indeed.
All right, so what do we have here? Again, looking at hard points, we have 7 energy, 1 ballistic, 1 AMS, and no missile. Normally, in all the other Grasshoppers, you have a missile hard point in the head. That's not the case in this, but you do have a ballistic in the left arm. Let's go ahead and strip this really quick, just to sort of take a look. What's different between this and the Black Knight? Unfortunately, guys, you have a hand and lower arm actuator, and it doesn't allow you to do the AC-20. This is actually sort of disappointing, considering the Black Knight did not, I should say. So you can do a Gauss rifle all the way up to an AC-10. Now, granted, your ballistic options are going to increase next month, as well as your energy, but you won't be able to do an AC-20 with mediums on Grasshopper. That's actually what I was sort of looking forward to. But that being said, let's go and take a look at the quirks here. Base ballistic cooldown of 10%. You have armor across the board on all locations except head, again, reinforcing its tankiness. When you compare this again to some of the others, the other ones have armor, structure, and energy heat gen, very little energy range. So right off the bat, even the 4P have an 8 energy. This does have more armor than it. Let's see, the 5N, some PPC velocity, some armor, 5J, which again, I think is one of the better, if not, well, the 5H in my opinion is still one of the best for the Grasshoppers. But the 5J, it's got energy of 10. Anyways, it's only got 6 energy compared to the 7 and so forth. So as far as across the board survivability wise, it's got more than most, but not more than all. So there's that. What would I do with this setup? Well, I think the first thing to think about, of course, because I'm me, and the first thing I would try is this, because why wouldn't you try this? Now, there is something to point out about the hard points, and this isn't anything new, but it's the placement here. Now, if that's something you don't really dig, one thing you could actually do is yeah, go to the, well, I was gonna say go to the other torso, but either keep them on this side, or you could technically put a small first and then a peep, and then you can get the high mounts. Technically, you could do this. That we could do Gauss, 2 peeps. I definitely see that being used. Other than that, AC-10, again, base cooldown with the 10% quirk plus this. You can see it reduces it by 0.25. And then, of course, any other skill that you would have in here. I think I would treat this sort of like, you know, I would say medium lasers across the board. And I run a lot of XLs and the other Grasshoppers. I think would be sort of a go-to here. Maybe even standard, all things considering how much, I think 2 tons would probably be fine. I would say probably 2, and if you pick up the mag cap, why not? You may actually be able to get away here with, yeah, I think this will work. 1, 2, 3, And we're out of tonnage, or crit space, I should say. So, is that gonna work? No. So yeah, there you have it because of that. Even if you were, yeah, I think we'd have to work on that. You'd have to either drop a, you know, maybe medium pulse instead, medium pulse lasers. You're gonna run some crit issues with this one. Let me see here while I work through it. Darren, do you?
Yes?
Do you have any comments? Or you just watch me playing with my mech?
I'm just watching you play with it.
Okay.
That was for you, Bishop.
You could not take the arm mounts and go ballistic with the torso energy, 5 medium pulse with an AC 10 or something along that lines. Again, going back to what I was going to do at the very beginning, this is something I would try just because it's how I roll. I don't know.
That's how you roll, huh?
It's how I do things, bro. Like, do you expect anything less? No, Phil, we don't. Well, then, you know.
There we go. We're back to the lightning and thunder.
Right. I mean, this is what I would probably do. Off the top of my head. Drop a little bit of... I need ammo, though. 1, 2... What? Are they making fun of me?
No.
Never. They would never.
All that leg armor. Well, those grasshoppers are...
Well, and this isn't even with anything applied to it as well. Let's go try this really quick. 1.33. That's actually not horrible.
Grasshoppers do not miss leg day, ever.
They have a gangly gait.
Oh, yes, they do.
It's like
so weird, right?
Right? Is
like
that how you felt when
basically.
you were in high school?
Yes, that is how I felt and looked in high school. I
Yeah.
was a beanpole.
All the tattoos of like Thor's stuff.
I was like 6'2", 180 pounds.
I never had that issue.
No.
My center of gravity has always been pretty low.
I had to really get down low when I was hitting people in football.
Yeah. See, and this is where I think going with the extra bonus here, it could be argued again going back to the mech already gets structure or gets armor. Why even bother? Again, it being an XL. I think the Grasshopper is one of those mechs where, actually I say this, any IS heavy will benefit from the LFEs. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. So there's that. I'm gonna go mag cap.
Wins more, yes. In lore, there are mechs with leg hardpoints. In MWO, there are not.
Ooh, I could do. Nope. It's like the original artwork on the Summoner, those SRM packs on the legs. All right, here we go. Oh, I was going to show you guys the camo spec. Just basically the base colors here.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and show the red here. Ooh, actually, that's quite a bit there. I think it's a little bit more appropriate if I do like a blue. I think Thor would approve. It reminds me of the Raw Log camo pattern. I mean, really, that's like
Very much so.
You know, the difference is Viking helmet. Yeah. What?
No, Bishop, you didn't spell it correctly. You made me think I spelled it incorrectly. Of course, reminder again, if you want to win this beautiful mech that Phil is showing off right now, hashtag Mjolnir in chat right now.
Let's see what the top speed is. All right, so with the 320, 79.6 kph. Do I think this is a better setup? Goss, I think I think Goss 6 mediums or 7 mediums would actually be pretty good on this. The big thing is you have to look out for is crit space. It being on the left arm and lower slung, I do think that's a detriment in the most part. But just like the Black Knight, if you have line of sight, and again, using this maybe at longer range would be better. It is high. That is one thing to be aware of compared to other hardpoint locations on some of the other mechs. I say high in relative terms to height, not necessarily high mounted on the mech. So there is that. So let's go take a look at how this thing looks in game and go from there. Hashtag meow meow, is that how it's pronounced? Yeah, it does. It looks like the FRR pattern on some of the other mechs. All right. So again, operations and a few points here. I like the high mounts, obviously, but those aren't anything new. Grasshopper was pretty bamf in the tabletop as well. Jump capable, heavy, energy. Always ran pretty heat efficient.
New target.
And just a reminder, the patch notes are live. I just linked them in chat. Long read. Go ahead and check them out.
Thunder and lightning.
Indeed.
I mean, for me, I think this would probably be the setup I would run on it, just because I like having Goss Peep set up. I do think you could probably, you push ERs on this? You probably could. It would be extremely hot comparatively. PPCs are getting I think a change. I don't think it's the IS in the patch. I need to verify that. What would be the benefit of left side? It's sort of like the Enforcer. Left side, you know, heavy energy, or, you know, in this case, you know, a heavy with a ballistic option. Your other 70 tonners in this category, right? Archer, Cataphract. I still think this, I mean, as far as height wise, this is actually a better mount than a Cataphract has with energy. So even the Cataphract 1X and the OXP, I still think this is actually better. Now, granted, the Cataphract is ground bound. It does have a lot of extra, you know, buffs, but I think the hitboxes on the Grasshopper are so much better. And then, of course, you have, off the top of my head, I know I'm forgetting something. 70 tonner, Archer, Grasshopper, Cataphract, Warhammer. Now, the Warhammer.
Never forget the Warhammer.
I think the Warhammer is a better ballistic platform, and it has quite a bit of energy. But for a 70 tonner for jump capability, it really is the only across the board 70 tonner that has jump cap. You know, I mean, you've got the Cataphract 3 Delta, you know, but
yeah, the Grasshopper definitely beats the Warhammer out in capability.
Right. So I mean,
it's a unique mech.
So there's that. Southpaw's rule, man. You shut that whore mouth, Phil. My Cataphract. It's just, you know, it's like someone asked me what my favorite Cataphract was. Do you know what my response was? A Warhammer. You know, it is what it is. It hurts, I know, but sometimes you need to hear, you know, hurtful things to toughen up. I don't know. I don't know what you want from me. Yeah, as far as the overall response, agility feels good. I've always liked the Grasshoppers. I play the 5H quite a bit in the 5J. Will I play this? Yes. I could see me run around in this setup. I also think that you could do a Goss and 7 mediums. I do think you could do that. Obviously, you don't have the pinpoint front-loaded damage comparatively, but
Destroyed.
yeah, I've always dug the Grasshopper. Yeah, it's tall. Yeah, it's lanky. Yeah, it's a little awkward at parties, but you know, it levels out. So
It'll grow into itself one of these days.
and then it'll eventually have a beard that's
It's
majestic
older.
and free, and then, you know, considering the you know, the paint scheme on this, I dig it. I think I'm surprised Dane isn't here, like claiming this in the name of, you know, Valhalla and all that. But yeah. As far as a ballistic platform, it only has one ballistic. As far as a Grasshopper and the distinction between it and the others, it is the only Grasshopper with a ballistic, and also no missile in the head. So it's 7 energy and 1 ballistic. I dig it. It's I'll be rolling around in this on. This will probably be one of my favorites out of the heroes coming out, just because I like the 70-ton weight class. I like the Grasshopper. I've always performed really well in it. So there's that. So guys, again, Darren is giving one of these away in a few moments. So if you'd like one, Darren, what should they enter?
Hashtag Mjolnir in chat right now as we sit here and gaze upon its beauty. We'll give you a few more seconds to enter that in, and then we'll give it away. And then we'll be moving on to the final mech of today, which will be the Enforcer, the Ghillie, which I assume is going to be another one that Phil's going to get into. I know he likes the Enforcer in general, so let's see
Fuel at
what
0%.
how it's different from the standard variants. But anyway, let's do this. Hashtag Mjolnir for your own Grasshopper, Mjolnir, as Bearclaw says, hero.
Just call it lightning and thunder.
Call it lightning and thunder, or Thor's hammer for those of us in America that I can't bend my tongue to say Mjolnir. I don't know what's going on.
You need to learn Spanish so you can roll your R's, man.
I can do Spanish and I can roll my R's. This has nothing to do with it. It's an M and then a J.
I think it has everything
to
to do with it.
MJ is just Michael Jackson for me. It's not 2 letters in a row that spells something. But anyway, Mjolnir, the winner is Hatchet Jack. Hatchet Jack gets a Mjolnir. Hatchet Jack, I hope you like hammers as well. And I also hope you're here. You got 60 seconds to let me know.
All right, let's see if he answers. We've had some unfortunate circumstances with our giveaways so far.
Dyrus Nye says he can hardly hear me. I don't know what's going on, Dyrus.
Speak up, Darren. Jeez.
I've got my microphone
in
as
his
close
mouth.
as I can. Yeah, pretty much.
Just
Getting confirmations on that though. So you're actually getting a lot of feedback. I'm getting like a hum from you. Is that there it goes? Whatever you just did, man.
huh? What?
Oh no, it's
It's back.
when your mic is live. I don't know. Something's going on
It
behind.
might be my computer is revving up. I don't know. Let me check
Anyway,
the volume real quick.
Hatchet Jack, you got 10 more seconds. Ah, I don't like it when these guys are gone.
Oh, that's what it is. Hold on. Does it sound better now?
Do I sound better for you?
No, do I
Does it
sound
sound
better? Do you hear that thing or no?
Much less.
Yeah. My
All right,
volume
let's
was
do
up.
it. It's a reroll, guys. The new winner of the Mjolnir Grasshopper hero is Agent Snoogans. And I know you're there because you were just talking, Snoogans. Snoogans. There you are. The thunder cracks. All right, Agent Snoogans, 1 second. Agent Snoogans, I whispered you, whisper me back your pilot name, and I'll get you sorted, and then we will move on to the Enforcer Ghillie. Actually, we can now. Go for it. Jump into it. I'll get Snoogans
Hold on.
sorted.
Hold on, bro. I'm doing science right now.
Are you?
Yeah, I was taking a BAMF screenshot. Sorry. Mech porn.
Yep.
When it gets late and
Mhm.
lonely and, you know. Thundercats. Congratulations again, man. Peyton Manning's forehead mech. Oh, it's funny because it's true. All right, let me go check some really quick. Oh yeah, I got a screenshot. All right, cool. Got it. All right, so that is, and just to conclude again, what sets this apart from the rest of the grasshoppers. 7 energy. Now that's more than some of the others, but it doesn't have as much weapon quirks. Again, with a ballistic cooldown only as far as the base stats that this thing gets and the armor, really firepower will probably be better off energy on some of the others. And some of the others have energy heat gen as well. But what sets this really mainly apart is the amount of armor quirks it has. Now some of the others do as well. But the ballistic, and really, if just like the Black Knight, if the ballistic isn't tempting for you, then this might not be the Grasshopper for you. But this does give something to the Grasshopper line and the variants that we don't have compared to the others. So it's something new. Does it make it better? I don't necessarily think so, but it definitely gives you an option for something new on the 70-ton line. And again, comparing direct to the Archer, to the Cataphract, to the Warhammer, obviously it's better as far as energy and ballistic than the Archer. I think, in my opinion, I think it's a better option than most of the Cataphracts. Yes, this isn't the best location as far as hardpoint location on a Grasshopper, but it's still higher physically than the hardpoint location on the Cataphracts. So there's something to be said about that. And of course, with the energy as well. So you'll definitely see me playing this on Tuesday, guys. It'll be probably something I'm gonna level out just to sort of you know, give it a go. I do think I would probably try the Goss and 7 medium lasers as well. I think that would be highly enjoyable and effective. But yeah, time will tell. But I definitely will try the PPC and Goss combo because I've got to. It must be done. It has to be done because science. All right, guys, let's go ahead and move on. Again, congratulations for winning that one. Thank you guys for tuning in.